So art student, he doesn't know what is happening in science. The science student doesn't know what is happening in the arts, the society. The economics commerce, he's concentrated, his life is 24 hours is on commerce. So we have a kind of detached individuals. But reality is otherwise. The reality, you can't lead a detached life. Any human being lives, our lives is very, very comprehensive, very, very complex. Everybody knows. I just want to give an example of myself. I am a judge. My background is a lawyer. His education from the college onwards is oriented to that, being a lawyer, immersed in law. But when I became a judge, I have to decide various kinds of disputes. I have to decide criminal cases. I have to decide commercial cases. I have to decide civil disputes, family disputes, cyber crimes. Then what do I do? Do I rely only on the lawyers? No, I must know all these disciplines. If I am deciding a criminal case, I must understand the human psychology. Make this accused commit this crime. We see in the television horrible crimes taking place. What makes this person commit this crime? Because crime is committed with a motive. In law, unless the motive, intention is established, perhaps he cannot be convicted. So we have to understand what motivated, what was the intention. It's what we call mens rea. Not only the fact, a person without any mind, say for example, a person who is mad or who is insane, he stabs somebody, he may not be convicted because he did not have intention to kill a person. So these are all these areas of human behavior. Scientific knowledge is necessary. How the crime was committed, how he was stabbed, he was killed by a bullet, how did the bullet injury? So then another arena I enter. I am supposed to be a forensic expert. If I am supposed to be a forensic expert, I must know the human biology. So I become a doctor also. Let a cyber crime, there is a complaint that so-and-so has morphed my picture and is blackmailing me. How do I decide? Unless I know the cyber law, unless I know how computer works, and unless I know what is this happening in the society. These children are committing this kind of offenses. What I am trying to say is that being a judge, I have to be master of all trades. You may say, well, that is a peculiar nature of the work of a judge. I am a professor in law. I have nothing to do with this. I didn't know to all these things. I think that is perhaps a misconception. In whichever discipline you are in, you have to have a holistic, a comprehensive understanding of how society works. How different branches of disciplines of knowledge, which we have segregated, have to be combined. That is what perhaps my understanding is, that the national educational policy also seeks to give a comprehensive. That is how emphasis also on the primary education, where that taught the very multidisciplinary approach. I am sure the experts who are here will go in detail, especially the children, because see, for a child, all possibilities are there. The entire world, the entire life, full of possibilities. How do you choose? To make your choice, you have to have the picture before us clearly. Otherwise, how do you make the choice? Therefore, all these avenues must be available with you, and you must understand the scope of every discipline, every branch of knowledge. That is why it is very important that we go for a very comprehensive, holistic approach at this preliminary stage. I will not go much in detail in this policy. The experts are here. But then, ultimately, what is this education? I am reminded of the famous statement by Swami Vivekananda when he said, education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. I am not talking of the perfection that human beings are perfect. What perhaps Swamiji means is that everybody has the potential to do the best, to achieve the highest a human being can achieve. Yesterday when I was watching the TV, NDTV, they were showing the one Sheetal from Kashmir, Banihal. She was saying that she's from Banihal. She was born without her arms, 2 arms. So what do you visualize the students? You are all able-bodied, fully, without any such defect. Just think yourself, this girl without 2 arms will say, oh, she's doomed. No. She's a master archery. She's got the medal award in a competition for this. And if you see that, just see that, how she uses her 2 feet to pull this bow and arrow and shoot that. Perfect. Which we may not be able to do it. I am also reminded of another person, Arunima Sinha. Maybe many of you might have heard about her. She was a volleyball player, national level. She's in UP. She was perhaps going from Lucknow, if I'm not mistaken, to Delhi to take part in a competition.